Prince Harry and Meghan Markle just released a brand new documentary, and it got beaten at the box office by a compilation of cat videos. I'm not kidding. Today, we're breaking down the Cookie Queen's disaster, why it happened, and what it means for the Sussexes' shrinking Hollywood empire. If you've been following Harry and Meghan since they stepped back from royal duties, you know their post-royal career has been a mixed bag. Some big paydays, some very public flops. Well, add another one to the list. Their new documentary, Cookie Queens, just had one of the worst theatrical debuts of the year, and the internet is not being kind about it. Let's get into it. So here's the setup. Cookie Queens is a documentary directed by Elisa Namias and executive produced by Meghan Markle through Harry and Meghan's company, Archewell Productions. The film follows 4 Girl Scouts as they compete during cookie selling season, exploring themes of ambition, leadership, and growing up. It actually premiered at Sundance back in January 2026, where it generated real buzz. Roadside attractions liked what they saw enough to pick it up for U.S. distribution. Expectations were genuinely high going into its wide release. Then it hit theaters on August 7th, 2026. And this is where things went sideways. Cookie Queens opened in 446 theaters across the country and pulled in somewhere between roughly $328,000 and $354,000, depending on which outlet's numbers you look at. That works out to under $800 per theater. For context, that is a rough number for any wide theatrical release. But the number that actually made headlines wasn't even the box office total. It was who beat it. Cookie Queens was outperformed by Cat Video Fest 2026, a 71-minute compilation of viral cat videos on the internet. That film pulled in over $500,000 from just 255 screens. Way fewer theaters, way more money per screen. British tabloids in particular had a field day with this one. A documentary produced by a literal duchess, backed by a major distributor, coming in behind a cat video reel. That's the kind of headline that writes itself. Royal commentator Kinsey Schofield weighed in on this pretty bluntly. Her argument is basically this: Harry and Meghan are incredibly good at generating headlines and attention. But attention doesn't automatically translate into paying customers anymore. She pointed out that there was a time when just attaching their names to a project guaranteed massive curiosity. She doesn't think that's true anymore, and Cookie Queens isn't happening in a vacuum. It's part of a longer pattern. Their Netflix deal has produced mixed results. At best, Spotify reportedly expressed disappointment when Meghan's podcast ambitions didn't pan out the way they'd hoped. And that deal was eventually scrapped Meghan's lifestyle brand, as ever. The jams, the flower sprinkles, the scented candles has increasingly become a punchline rather than a business success story. Commentators are pointing to a bigger theme here. The couple spreading themselves across too many projects. TV, film, podcasts, lifestyle products, royal commentary, without any single one of them landing as a genuine hit. So what's the actual takeaway? Some royal watchers are now openly saying Harry and Meghan need to pull back. Stop announcing new projects every few months and actually focus on making one thing work. The argument is that trying to build authority in every lane at once means you don't really build it anywhere. Whether or not you think that's fair, the pattern is hard to ignore at this point. This isn't a one-off bad opening weekend. It's becoming a recurring theme in their post-royal ventures. So that's the Cookie Queen's box office disaster. Beaten by cat videos, dragged by tabloids, and now fueling a bigger conversation about whether the Sussex brand still has commercial pull outside of pure headline attention. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Harry and Meghan can turn this around, or is the fascination finally wearing off? If you like this breakdown, hit subscribe. I'm covering royal news like this every week.